What up? What up? How are we doing, everyone? Let's see what you guys have been up to. I don't know why let's see. Let's see if this is any better. Good morning. How you doing? What are we looking at indices today? What do you guys want to see? Currently playing around with the settings. Hopefully this is all good. And in high definition. Yo, Gideon. You're on time. So today we had, let's go London session because I guess it's the cleanest session as for now. So today we had the range, obviously 112 to 212. Looking at the highs to get run out, I didn't really like it before 3 a.m. because usually I'm looking for another run after 3. 3 runs the high, then we sell off. Didn't really like shorting down here. Then we eventually run higher and then take out the lows. I'm not sure if you guys follow me on Twitter or not, but I was looking for NQ down here. So how do you attach a tweet? Let's try and attach a tweet to this. Let me find it. A tweet. So you guys can kind of see where I'm coming from. Copy link. Hey, we got it to work. All right, so this is what I said yesterday. I said 25,635s, too much to ask for. So I was bearish from down here. Market reversed, so you obviously heard what I was saying. But I want these lows as like the final target for us to run out. Not sure if you guys followed with that yesterday, but what's happening up and down. I mentioned I was looking for downside at NQ. I think 25,635s could be the target. My interest really doesn't lie too much in this market. NQ looking like it dropping, holding up. Yeah, would be nice for even more of a bear run actually. Today was news. Yeah, we had PMI. Usually after CPI, we have some PMI news release. Doesn't really do too much. As for today, we didn't do an awful lot. So I'd be looking at running this high to run lower. That'll be the most ideal plays out of today. Gold looks horrible. Crazy chop in this market, but hopefully we can run these lows. Hey, how you doing? What are you guys looking at? What are you thinking? Up and down? Gideon, update your message. Bro, he's lazy. He's so lazy. Someone needs to have a serious talk with him. I don't. If someone asked him what day of the week it is, I don't even think he'd know. Looking at DXY, because we have a lot of stuff going on over in Greenland and Venezuela, so really impacting the value of the dollar. I think it does go lower to the most parts of the year, but I think it might want to find a premium just before that. Yeah, those of you that are hopping in, one last run to this low, then I would be happy. It's kind of all I want. How we get there, though, I'm hoping we leave this gap open and then we just something like that. And then that. I wouldn't put it past NQ to do something like that. But this low looks very weak. Yeah, I'm hoping to try and get something. Yesterday I had, what did I have? I had short on NQ, waited so long for this, got the lows. And then that's where I was like, I'm bearish until like 25,635s. So down here, kind of just want to play a continuation of that short. Taking out these highs. So London was nice. I didn't get a trade in on that. Gold was good too in London, actually. Took out the high straight to the low. So clean. I couldn't seem to get an entry on that. So maybe shorts down. Am I connected? No, I'm not. So we'll have to see what do these gaps do, if they hold or not. But I'm feeling like a bear. So maybe a run to here to downside. Something like that. This low looks too weak, you know, from 7 a.m. All it's done is just spike to the upside. But did you guys take anything? I know a lot of people took gold today in my group or in the Discord. Was the most popular market. But we'll see. Dow kind of looks the weakest if I had to pick one out of here. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing well. How are you? Can't complain. I'm currently trying to figure out the color I need for this. Did you take a trade today? But yeah, you guys just joining in. Was going over yesterday's thought process, looking for 25,635 on NQ, all the way down to here. And 25,700, easiest of targets. Bro, this music's so... Let's see if we can find something better. There's nothing that good on that. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on NQ heading into today's open. An interesting market I was looking at was the oil market. Where is oil? Right here. So yeah, oil, with everything that's going on, obviously is going to react a bit bullish. I think this could be the beginning of something special in this market. It's been a while since it's even moved. But if we're closing above some of these down close candles, finally an expansion out of this range that we've been in since COVID, pretty much. The crush on COVID really just messed up oil so much that it's not been moving as much. But I think something like that could be on the horizon for a move up higher. This gap I would expect to be the one that pushes it up. And if it wants to go up, I think all of these highs as the main targets. But will be interesting. Good day, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, there's a guy in the Discord, in the free one. He just trades oil. He's killing it. Works pretty well. But the thing is, I wouldn't take my word for it. Test it out, see what you find. But London one today was pretty clean. Runs the lows very quick. So it's been pretty good. The one thing I can't control, unfortunately, is the price action within the market. Like, I wish I could make the delivery a bit better, but I can't. Like, even today on NQ, obviously we're bearish with the range, taking out the high, targeting the low, but like the way it delivers, it's just very poor. I just can't do much about that. I wish I could. Fundamentally, can we say price of oil will go down? I'm hoping not. I hope we get higher prices on oil. I don't want to see oil lower. What is your bias today? No, I've not traded yet. I want to take something though. Kind of want to see these lows go. From yesterday, I've been bearish to 25,635s. So hopefully we can get the one final push into them. Recent volatility on gold, insane. Gold and silver, I literally was screaming to a few people last year in my community, like every single weekly outlook actually close to the year. I was like, just buy gold. Obviously, I can't give the advice, but where was it? Maybe just a few weeks back onto the daily. Yeah, around here, like November time, I was like, I mean, there's another leg higher on gold, closing above. Very nice run. But it's insane where gold and silver are. It's one of those markets where if you missed it, you missed it. You had to be there. And that's where I think day trading is not the end route of everything, you know. You need to be able to look at other markets, be able to manage longer term positions. If you really want to build wealth, that is. Wanna be long here? Do you? I'm waiting till the open. I don't do it. Dovehead. Gold, look at this. This is just all sideways. So a lot of people, they just want to rush into and try and trade this. Like I see this so much. But when you really just zoom out a bit, like look at this barcode. Every candle closes within the previous candle. If you want to find out when a market's going to expand or chop, the easiest way is if there's any fair value gaps. A fair value gap will always start an expansion within the market. So if we have the market wanting to push higher, it has to create a gap. And if we're just doing this, closing back within previous candles, then usually this is going to be a market that's not going to move at all. So here you can see, let's just zoom into this price action. Gap pushes higher, immediately we just close back in. Pushes higher, close back in. So it's not really wanting to run anywhere. So the easiest way you can identify a choppy market is if we have any gaps forming, and then breakaway gaps come into that as well. A lot of fun stuff that you can learn from the markets. How am I doing? I'm doing well, thanks for asking. How are you doing? We'll be doing great if NQ gets to 25,635, you know. Fair value gap and an OB. All right, if you can tell me what an order block is, define an order block to me and tell me what it is, then I'll pick you. We'll do one giveaway at the end. We'll switch it up. Instead of commenting a word, we'll see how much you learned. And if you can define a concept for me, then we can have a bit of fun. Not much movement present. No, not on gold, nah. Not on gold. NQ maybe though. Changes the state of delivery formed in a liquidity pool, OB. Last few candles where price drops, it goes up and down. All right, so let's bring a bit of clarity to you guys' understanding, right? So realistically, how you want to trade is the old theory goes, you want to sell at highs, you want to buy at lows. Very simple. Like that's kind of it, what you want to do. But how do you actually do this? Like, how do you anticipate the price delivery from this? Well, there's going to be some sort of price action that creates the low and the high. So usually below the lows, there's going to be some form of liquidity. Above the high, there's going to be some forms of liquidity. Your job is to identify which one you want to trade with. So if we take out the low, liquidity's already been taken. So if you're selling below here, then you're selling below new lows. And usually that doesn't do too well because the market can retrace, reverse, pair the sell orders to the buy orders. The buy orders are all the way here. So the delivery that shifts is going to be from the first initial OB that takes out any form of liquidity. So it can be a range. We'll just use a range, for example. And a order block actually is a change in the state of delivery. So that's like a true definition of it. So once we have a closure above a candle like this, say that candle is made in the liquidity pool, which takes out the low. The following candle closes above the wick and the body, usually validates this candle. So now 50% has to be sensitive of that candle. We can trade into it and push higher. And that is a OB made within a liquidity pool. And you always want to see it close above the wick and the body from the previous one. So we'll try find an example of it. And then usually you can use three up close candles to confirm a full delivery shift, 3 up and down close candles. So we have 1, 2, 3. These 3 closure below them represents a full delivery shift. What should be sensitive? 50%. So let's get the midpoint. This candle at 435 pushes to the midpoint and then pushes lower. So from here, this is the first initial candle that takes out liquidity at 3 a.m. First initial short, you short, price pushes down, fail to TP, okay, either break even stop loss, price shifts complete delivery, short again, and then you win. So you're never going to be 100%, but if you have logical areas that we can get into, how we can get into, then your trading will improve a bit. But first thing comes from clarity and understanding what's going on, you know. You understand it, define it, and you should be good to roll. Why some OBs fail? I mean, most candles are not order blocks. Like nothing is an order block within this price action. Just because there's up close candles and down close candles doesn't mean anything, because this is actually the range of this market. So either we take out the high and the low or something to validate some orders being paired and being matched, then we can trade it. But for now, there's really nothing to do. So this is an up close candle where most people are like, this is an OB. To me, I think that should fail and we should close above it and like push higher one more time. So you gotta have like a differentiation of how a market can continue basically in direction, and for reversal and retracement points. 3 different styles of trading, 3 different styles of trading that match with different personalities. Do you always wait for 50% of the OB? Sometimes I'll just sell extreme highs, like with 13-point stop losses. Like if you run this high, then I'm like selling with a 13-point stop, looking for the low. I don't really need like 3 candles. The 3 candles are just there to help in understanding when a complete delivery is shifting. If you struggle with early entries or you don't know went into within the market, the 3 candles are going to provide a lot more clarity. I don't need them, but they are there. They basically, I don't consider them an entry function, but they are just a function to know when the market's completely reversing or retracing. Do you still use the 830? Yeah. So the 820, sorry, opening price is important for the bond market, right? So below the marketplace, we're going to have a discount. Above the marketplace, we're going to have a premium. So this price is discounted. So at the open, it can run higher. Take out 25 800s. How do you avoid overtrading? How about this? Next time you want to overtrade, call one of your family members over. Like, overtrade in front of them. Do that next time you want to trade. Like, look how you will look in front of someone that matters to you in your life. They'd probably laugh at you. Like, you're just sat there clicking buttons, getting frustrated. The market's going up and down. Put yourself in that situation, and then you'll see why you need to stop overtrading, or what you're doing is that's damaging you. Maybe not financially, well, could financially, but it will. But you also look ridiculous. So put yourself in scenarios that you don't want to be in. Sorry, I'm just moving this. Damn, it's going to look like, if it's going to give the buy, it's going to be down here. Can you overtrade in front of me, bro? Bruh. You can, bro, if you really wanted. I want the buys only if we get 25, 6, 3 5s, 3 5s. Then maybe longs. But realistically, I just want all these lows gone. Got a minute until the open. Can we debate in you and Finn, bro, in stream when... Yeah, I guess. What do you want to debate about? We should do a hot seat live stream. They'll be pretty fun. Call one of you guys up. And my biggest challenge right now is risking more. Like, mentally risking 10 minis to 10 micros is like a whole different game. I want to basically risk a lot more in a few of my positions and be able to handle that. Come on, push it. All right, we got the low, so realistically we should get the higher the range. I want to see where the regular gap is. The bullish gap. So if we get the buy setup, I want it down here. My first target, 25, 6, 3 5s, as I mentioned to you guys. And then from here, we should be able to squeeze out a long. Down to up, yeah, I would love that. Just give me my last target. Criteria for the... Oh, I guess looks like you won't be able to qualify for it, Gideon. I'm joking. Push it. We're nearly at this low. You want to see it pierce through that? Yes. Holy Dow, bro. What happened to Dow? I mean, this played my range very quickly, but do. All right, there we go, guys. Got the lows. Maybe one final push. Give me the final low. How far are we away? 50 points. We can do it. One of the first funded traders with Blue Guardian. No way. Is that what the criteria is to be a mod with Blue Guardian? You need to be the first funded trader ever. That could be the criteria, bro. All right, we're almost there. I swear, if it doesn't give me my final low, I'll be sad. Because I've been waiting on this from yesterday. We get the lows, then we'll try a long from here. Is that the Monday's low as well? Yeah. Run that low makes more sense for the longs. And then we have the RTH gap right here to fill in. I like it. No, we better not run. All right, let's look at the M1 here. So yeah, realistically, one final run at 25,635, and then we can get the move higher. That was already rocketed to the high. No. No, it's going to do its thing. It's doing its thing. ES is gaining strength, so I should be able to get the high of the range. Unfortunately, we didn't get the low. We wanted the low to long out of. Very quick open though. Super aggressive. Well, if you caught that, then you have very quick fingers. Because that was very quick moving off of it. All right, there's 5 minutes back into here. Honestly, if I was making this market, I would still want to see a run to this low. Have you ever been at a point where I was like, will this ever work? Yeah, I think everyone's been at this point. You basically got to be enough, like, deluded to the point that you already see yourself as the person you want to be before you are that person, kind of. That takes like a unreal amount of self-belief. Most people don't have that, but yeah. And it's also about doing things that most people never think of doing. Like, the easiest one is sticking to one strategy and one process. Like, everyone just quits when it gets hard, you know. When they go through a losing streak, lose a few trades, they're like, why don't I just try something else? Because this guy's making money, that's happening. And that's really what they never see. The point where you've done well, you succeeded. You always see the point where someone else is doing better than you, something else is happening. Then all of that really causes a lot of different things in your process, which, sorry, I'm just looking at RTY, but end up making you take ridiculous trades and add so much pressure to yourself, which never needed to be there. Price isn't predictable, really. I mean, I've been bearish since yesterday. Where's that tweet thing? Let's put that on. That's why I've been looking for 25,635s. Would make my day if we get it. Where have you learned? I learned from... So my philosophy is this on the market. Like, you don't see anyone talk about time-based ranges or any of this, right? So my theory was everyone that's teaching regarding trading is doing something that's close to each other, right? It's like a process that everyone follows. And I basically didn't want to follow that process because it made no sense to me. Like, I couldn't justify what was happening within the market. Like, I can justify this price movement. I'm like, at 9:30 we pushed higher, and then immediately we're back down to here. There's orders resting above here and orders resting down here. So that's why I'm like, if we run this low, makes more sense for a long, because then we've taken out Monday's low down here. That's why I'm not like in a hurry to try and trade this. Easy, I can see the draw, but even when you can see the draw, it's one of those points where you're like, what's better, my mental capital or being in a position? Previous way, yeah, it does. This gap is the one that should send it lower if it does. And we want to see ES be weak out of this. ES is like the main driver for NQ at the moment. If all three of these indices get in sync, then a bit more of a bloodbath. But this gap is the main one I want to see. Push it. Down to there. Book suggestions. I wouldn't really recommend any trading books. I don't think they're very useful. I guess they're probably useful to some people. Let me rephrase that. They're not useful to me. So I would recommend looking at other people that have succeeded in life, whatever you consider successful, and read about them. You know, read about their stories, read about what they went through, and then it will give you more of an impact. By the way, guys, I don't really like this PA, but I want to see this low still get ran. How you find resting orders, you can look at level 2, you can look at bookmap. I don't look at them. I just mainly look at price action and liquidity cycles, but still, they're useful concepts. Russell, oh yeah, nearly there. Nearly there. Hopefully NQ can nearly there as well. How far is it? Still 50 points, but come on. Just a 50-point push is all I need to be happy. Just read car magazines. Yeah, that's good. Read some magazines. Oh, there we go. We got the push from the gap. That just lagged for me. I don't know why, if it lagged for you guys. But now we're nearly there. A few more points away. 20 points. Then I'm going to tweet out the Grinch because why not, eh? Come on. A few more points away. 14. I think it's mainly ES. It's not giving up the Goose Frank you. Take his foot off the gas. All right, now we're like 1 point away. 10 points. Push it, push it. Five points. 5 points only needed. Come on. I've had this alert from yesterday. Stop. I don't want to be teased anymore. Please. Look how close we are. We might just reverse this whole price action and just run higher now. Because we want to see this last low. Hey, let's go. We got it. 25, 3, 5, 5s. So it pays to follow me on Twitter. Where is that? Now I can tweet out the Grinch. I actually said it yesterday as well. There we go. There we go. But no, I'm gonna look for a long though. I was bearish to these lows, but I'm gonna look for a long. We'll see. It's too. Do we fill the gap? I haven't filled the gap either. So maybe for 10 a.m. But if you guys took the shorts, what we're looking for, 25, 635s are nice. But I kind of want the longs. I'd be a rebellion. But it's like a falling knife at this point right now. So give it a bit of time to breathe. We got that 1 minute gap still off. Want to see it. Gold is not quite. I don't want to look at gold, to be honest. I don't really like the looks of it. Like if you just zoom out a bit on gold, like that's a barcode, no matter if what it does. So now this is what I'm going to look at NQ. Like a run below this, OB, then that push up. B before PPI. Oh, damn. Yeah, 10 a.m. I think could be able to give us the upside move. I don't really want to see it continue low anymore. Me being a bear is kind of done for now. I'll become a bear again soon. So yeah, those of you that are here, we were looking for 25,635s. Finally got it. I want to play a ping pong. No, wait for the new hourly. Because I have a feeling it can just easily run again. One more run before it gets it. I'm only going to long for 50 points though. Maybe longs back into the back this gap. So you could either do two. You could try one early entry, whatever. I just want a 10 a.m. 10 a.m. long entry. And that's why I'm waiting for this to either do another run for the push. I'll definitely be watching it. Like 25, 6 nines ish won't be bad. Never marry bias. To be honest, my trading kind of goes against that. My trading's always like one-sided bias, you know. It's either I'm bullish or I'm bearish. So like for example, obviously I was bearish today. You guys were here on stream. Our main levels was 25,635, right? So the market can trade lower. But me personally, I don't want to sell into that. I know it wants to get there because my model tells me to buy. So I'll just stick with it, even if it gives me a loss, even if I know I'm going to be wrong. I just tend not to break my rule on it, because if I do once, then I'll do it again and again, and then typically leads to me losing a lot. Took off long already. No way. Oh yeah, Russell actually delivered both sides as well. I catch this short from the fair value gap. Hey, let's go. Nice, man. Yeah, it was a nice little short. Where was we? We were on this 1 minute gap, right? Yeah, that one. I still think it wants one more run at this low before we get the upside. him in the trade. I'm gonna look for something at 10. 10 after 10ish. It will be me buying though. Oh, there's that one more run. I still feel like it just wants to. This is what we're watching for, really. Something like that. Closure above. I don't trust this low at 9.45. I think that no upper is only on CFDs. Because futures will have it. No, my main signal will be this candle. So this one that's trading lower here after 10. If we can close above it, then that's my long. So this one that's pushing. Close above the wick and the body. I think it still might dig a bit deeper though. Like we still have this low that's not taken out. So just one more. Few more runs and we'll see how the new 4-hour candle. Because I'm only looking for 50 points long. I'm not looking for much. Out of there. No, not in this scenario. I wouldn't. Because the order flow of the market's already bearish, right? If you're shorting with it, then it makes more sense with 25 stop. Because you have failure swings to go off of. Right now you have nothing. I'm also waiting maybe. Market maker? Nah, no one's watching. No one's watching these streams. Actually, we have 54 people watching. Nice. I mean, the last 12 minutes, if the market's bearish, then you're basically just wanting to play continuation of that. Like we're in the last 12. That's why I'm saying it can just easily run lower. A few more. And then make the low towards the close of it. Bro, Matt streams, if you guys join him, he'll literally just tell you to go to the gym. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, because right now all we've done is take it out of the low. Stop loss? What are you guys doing, bro? So don't just buy into any up close candle you see and just hurry into a position, right? We're taking out this liquidity. We have 5 minutes to close to 10 a.m. If we're looking for a long, we're looking for the long. once we close above this. Why? Because that's the down close candle made within the liquidity pool. We literally went over this at the start of the stream. Because now if you're just looking to buy that, you're just buying a falling knife. They're just going lower, tells you no reason why it should. So if you took a loss, don't just be like, oh, I took a loss. What was the loss? Like, why did you take it? How did it happen? What was the confluence to you even doing that, you know? Then you'll learn more, because you can practice and do the wrong thing, and you'll be practicing and building the worst habit possible. You trade no, I'm gonna look for long though. I want to see it get above this for 50 points. It's really all I see, but mainly my bias was bearish. 25 635s. And you should never always trust the first low that's made after taking any liquidity. So you should back test this or forward test it. The first low that takes liquidity, usually we take out it again. What if the candle made no, I mean this candle, I just needed this one in particular. 951. Also, ES and Dow are pretty holding it down. So don't just aimlessly look to fire. 570, you want even more? All I wanted was 635s, bro. Don't send it even more lower. Don't send it even lower without me. I don't want that. Wait, what are you looking for? You're looking for shorts? I don't know what you're looking for there. To me personally, it makes no sense. Need money to eat? Shall I buy? No, you should buy a funded account. That's what you should buy. If you had to pick between food and buying an eval, I would pick an eval. Definitely. Yeah, ES is still. Yes, ES is dropping. It is indeed. But the thing is, what are you guys doing? You know, you're just aimlessly looking to buy, throw arrows at it. Giveaway? Yes. Let's do the giveaway. Comment bias, and then we will pick the winners. I say we, it's just me, but terrible advice? No, that's great advice. You should buy eval over food. All right. I got 1 winner. Kiji Trades. I got another winner at Forak. All right, that's all I have for today. Matt's live today. We got the lows at 25, 3, 6, 3, 5s. Really, I want to look for an up side move. So we'll see. We didn't get a close above. Still deeper run. So for trading after 10 a.m., has to close above a gap or something. I'm not just buying a falling knife, you know. But yeah, take it easy, everyone, and I will be back live on Friday. And enjoy the one with Matt as well.